Yo, what's happening, YouTube? It's your boy TJAK, just gonna send it with a brand new video on how to shred people with a new vector in Call of Duty. So there's been a lot of hype around this new gun, the Fennec, aka the Vector. I don't know why they won't just name it the names they used to name in old Call of Duties, but whatever. They're doing their thing. So in all honesty, I'm not the biggest fan of this gun just due to some of the certain aspects that I'll talk about further in the video. I am going to show you some of the attachments that I use and put on this to make it actually, it's a crazy gun, close quarter combat. I don't think any gun beats it out. I personally just would rather use the MP7 and the MP5, and I'm going to tell you why later in the video. But before we get into the video, I do want to say thank you guys for all the support. We just reached 15,000 on TikTok. We're at almost 1,000 on YouTube. So if you haven't yet, please hit that sub button and the bell to get the notifications when I go live with a new video. I try to post 2 a week, and hopefully you guys are still enjoying them. If you guys have any suggestions on any type of video that you would like to see me do, please let me know in the comments below. Soon we're going to be doing some cooking with Send It and some more like vlog IRL type videos. I think we're going to have some fun with those. So let's kick this bitch off. I'm going to show you how to shred some puss with the Vector, alright? Yo, alright. I finally got it gold. I got all the attachments done. This is the new and improved Vector, which in the game is called the Fennec. This thing shreds people. It shreds armor, and then it just puts them down in Warzone. The only problem is with the Vector, I'm going to call it Vector for the rest of the video, so just bear with me. The Fennec. The only problem with the Fennec is that if you miss any of your initial shots, you are absolutely screwed. So I'd recommend running this with an AR. Sniper would be difficult just because like you don't have anything secondary to rely on. But if you do hit your shots right away, this one's nice. So for the muzzle, I run the ZLR Saber. It was between this and the monolithic, but I think the Saber makes the range a lot better and the accuracy really good. The monolithic is not really like the other monolithics like that you run with the Grau, the M13. It just the Saber definitely is the way to go with this. For the barrel, the two options for the barrel are the 16-inch and the 18-inch. I think that I'm going to run the 16-inch just because you get better accuracy and range. The mobility and control is not as good, but you already have great mobility and control over it regardless of having this, so I want to go for the damage and the range on this. As far as a laser, I'm going to run the tac laser just because aim down sight speed, it helps so much. It is something that I've thought about potentially taking off just because the enemy can see that. I've thought about doing the no stock instead of the tac laser, but as far as what I've ran so far, this tac laser on this makes it shred. I don't run any optic. I think the iron sights are all right. It reminds me a lot of the RAM. You could definitely toss a red dot on here and it would work just as fine, but I just like using the slots for other stuff. I'm not running a perk. I'm not running a rear grip, although if I did run a rear grip, I'd probably run the granulated grip tape just because it makes the accuracy and the control better. No stock options, even though the no stock does make it a lot more mobile, but then again, you start losing accuracy, damage, and control. As far as ammunition, the base round I think is 25 shots in the magazine, so I run the 40 round drum. I would not recommend the hollow points. Just my out of my opinion, I think the hollow points, running anything under a 30 round mag in Warzone is just going to get you killed. Now, if you're running an AR and this is your secondary, you could run the 45 hollow points, but I still would run the 25 regular magazine instead of the 40 round drum. But regardless, I'm going to run the 40 round drum. As far as underbarrel, you got a couple different options. You could run with a commando foregrip and all that. So I'm going to show you some video of what this thing can do, and then you can judge for yourself what you want to put on it. Alright, so we're going to start off with some Warzone gameplay. Like I said earlier, this thing absolutely shreds up close. Anything medium to close range, as long as you hit your shots, you're probably going to knock them. Now, when compared to the MP5 and MP7, I don't feel as if it is superior to those two. One being, yes, the MP5 has a 45 round mag, but the MP5 is so much better at medium range than the Vector is. But like I said, anything close range, as long as you hit your shots, this weapon is better than those two. I just feel like I don't get in as many fights up close as I do at medium range. And I also tend to miss a couple of my initial shots. So not really a fan of Plunder, but to get some fast kills to throw in a video, I just hopped into a game. I had this weird glitch earlier with the ram jams where it would melee when I swapped my weapon. I don't know if you guys have been dealing with that at all, but it was kind of weird. So if you keep up with any of my content on Twitch or TikTok or any of that stuff, you'll know that I mostly snipe. Regardless of whatever game I'm playing, I like to snipe. So running an SMG and a sniper isn't the best loadout for Warzone, but sometimes I do run it. So if I'm ever running an SMG, I'm usually running an AR like the Grow or something along with it, and that's kind of like my W key class. I can't find it within myself to strictly go SMG with a sniper, just because there's so many ARs in this game that close quarter like the Grow, it shreds just like an SMG. I do find it pretty cool that they're adding all these older guns in from the old Call of Duties. I'd like to see the intervention come back this next season. I'm not too big of a fan of LMGs, but it'd be cool to just see them adding older guns. They kind of, for me, the Scar is the worst one that they remade. It just doesn't feel like the old Scar. Especially with the magazine size. Like, I don't know. I feel like the Scar kind of got gypped out on this Call of Duty, so I hope they don't do that with any of the other stuff. I'm telling you, those ram jams are so much fun to play with. I did mess around with some of the other attachments. Like right now I'm running the monolithic with the other barrel and it does shred. I do like the saber though, because that allows another attachment, and I honestly love any attachment that allows me to put another attachment on the gun. So that saber barrel definitely is pretty nice when it comes to all the other attachments that you could throw on this thing. I am still interested, though, to see how this thing runs with no stock. I'm sure in multiplayer it's absolutely nuts, but in Warzone, I don't know. I don't know if the recoil would be a little too much. It doesn't have a ton of recoil as is, but once you take that stock off, it probably bounces around a little bit more. So now you're going to see me hop over to some hardcore kill confirmed, and I switched the barrel out for the saber, and I put a red dot on it, and this thing absolutely shreds on hardcore. It is such a good gun. As you can see, it just, as long as you hit those initial shots, you're just going to shred. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what attachments you like or what guns you'd like to see me do a video on. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. I love you guys.